Bellson, born Luigi Paulino Alfredo Francesco Antonio Ballassoni, is a living symbol of an era when swing was king and the nation's musical heroes were named Count, Duke, and Benny. At the age of 16 in 1940, Louie won a national drum contest sponsored by Gene Krupa, and it wasn't too long after that he quickly rose to prominence as one of the country's leading big band drummers. He played with all of them: Benny Goodman, Tommy Dorsey, Harry James, Count Basie, and most significantly, the man he's called his musical father, Duke Ellington. Louie Bellson made history with the Ellington Band. He is often credited with propelling it to even greater artistic heights by way of his crisp, inspired playing and infectious sense of swing. Though Louie came up with the idea of using two bass drums in the drum kit some years before, it was during this 1951 to 53 period that a wide audience got to see the dynamic Bellson working out on them for the first time. Duke made sure that every drummer who joined his band after Louie used the two bass setup. It was also during this time that he met and married Pearl Bailey. It was a courtship carried on in the national press, and given the climate of the times, couldn't have been easy for either of them. But to Louie and Pearl, all that mattered was their love for each other. Although he's recorded hundreds of albums as the leader of his always rocking big band, Louie Bellson's substantial contributions to drumming were also made in settings other than the large jazz orchestra. His sensitive percussive artistry as a small group accompanist can be heard on hundreds of recordings, including the landmark meetings of Ella Fitzgerald and Louis Armstrong, Oscar Peterson and Armstrong, and Art Tatum and Benny Carter. Though Louie is something of a spokesperson for the drumming tradition, he has also advocated evolution. Through the years, he utilized elements of all the contemporary styles in his playing, in his arranging, and in his compositions. But as always, he added those elements tastefully, carefully, and intelligently. Louie Bellson is one of the very few still traveling, touring, and recording with a big band, and he still plays like mad on two bass drums. As a jazz educator who virtually invented the concept of the drum clinic, Louie Bellson has tirelessly given of his time and talents dozens of times each year at clinics, lectures, and at master classes, spending hours answering every question and explaining every concept. Among his many honors through the years was election to the International Association of Jazz Educators Hall of Fame in 1989, and an NEA American Jazz Masters Fellowship Award in 1994. Louie Bellson is universally loved and admired as a human being, as a teacher, and an inspiration to generations of percussionists all over the world. His drumming style has been described as musical, precise, and flamboyant, with a technique only equaled by Buddy Rich. But a style like Louie's transcends ages, generations, labels, or classifications. His playing, like the man himself, is timeless and classic.